Hello, good morning, students. Welcome to e-learning. We are continuing with the same chapter, chapter 5, uh, cost of production and concept of revenue. And here in the seventh lecture, we are going to cover the topic that is total cost, which is a big important topic which we are going to learn. Now, the word total means what? Total means the sum of both the costs which we have learned earlier. That is nothing but we can say fixed cost and variable cost. So here the sum of both the cost becomes your total cost. Now, let's start with our lecture, that is total cost here. Now, here there is a cause and effect relation between the total production and total cost. Now, what is the cause? Cause is nothing but the total production is a cause, and what is the effect? Total cost. Now, as we know that variable cost concept, we find that when the total production increases, you find that variable cost also increases. So same way here also, that when the production is more, the total cost is also more, it also increases. Now the sum of fixed, here remember what is total cost? The sum of fixed cost plus total variable cost is equal to total cost. मतलब total cost किसको बोलेंगे? Variable cost plus we can say fixed cost. So here in the formula way you have to write TC equals to TFC plus TVC. Now TC means total cost, TFC मतलब total fixed cost plus TVC is nothing but total fixed cost. So this is what the equation says. Now with the increase in production, fixed cost is fixed. Now fixed cost मतलब fix ही रहेगा. Whenever there is an increase in production, total cost increase. Now total cost consists of two things, that is fixed cost and variable cost. So total fixed cost remains the same and total variable cost increases. So you find that with the increase in production, fixed cost is fixed, variable cost is increasing. Ultimately, because there is an increase in variable cost, you find that your total cost is also increasing. Then as total cost increase, there is an increase in the amount of variable cost. जैसे मैंने समझा वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो टोटल कॉस्ट इंक्रीज हो रहा है. सो यहाँ पे so why there is an increase in total cost? Because the amount of total variable cost is increasing because it is a part of total cost. यहाँ पे ध्यान रखो कि total cost दोनों का सम अप है, फिक्स कॉस्ट तो सेम ही रहेगा, तो यहाँ पे ही इंक्रीज. देयर इज ओनली चेंज इन वेरिएबल कॉस्ट विच वी फाइंड एवरी टाइम, एंड यू फाइंड दैट विद द इंक्रीज इन प्रोडक्शन वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इंक्रीज होगा तो टोटल कॉस्ट अल्टीमेटली इंक्रीज होगा. क्लियर? यहाँ पे एक और दूसरा पॉइंट समझ लो कि अगर फिक्स कॉस्ट चाहिए, सपोज वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द फिक्स कॉस्ट, वी हैव द यही इक्वेशन को लेके फिक्स कॉस्ट ढूंढना है. वी डोंट हैव द फिक्स कॉस्ट, वी हैव द टोटल कॉस्ट एंड वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. सो व्हाट इज दैट? द डिफरेंस ऑफ टोटल कॉस्ट एंड फिक्स टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इज द फिक्स कॉस्ट. मतलब ये TVC यहाँ पे चला जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? TC माइनस TVC इक्वल्स टू TFC. यस, टोटल कॉस्ट माइनस टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर देंगे तो हमको फिक्स अमाउंट ऑफ नंबर मिलेगा, दैट इज टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट. तो अल्टीमेटली टोटल कॉस्ट एंड टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट सेम ही है, उसके अंदर का एक ही डिफरेंस है, दैट इज द वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. सो देयरफॉर TC कर्व इज ऑलवेज अबाउट TVC. इसके वजह से ही, क्योंकि TC बड़ा है टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट से, बिकॉज ये दोनों का सम है, इस वजह से यू फाइंड दैट टोटल कॉस्ट इज ऑलवेज अबाउट TVC curve. So when you plot a diagram, when you go with the table and diagram, when you're drawing, you will find that total cost is always above the total variable cost curve. Then you find that note one point, that is important point which I explained you with the equation, that is the difference between TC and TVC. मतलब हमारा जो total cost and total variable cost का जो difference है वो constant है. Now what is the word constant? Constant is nothing but the fixed cost which remain fixed. तो ये जो फिक्स कॉस्ट है वो हमारा कांस्टेंट वैल्यू है, और यही डिफरेंस है टोटल कॉस्ट एंड टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट के बीच में. नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ विच टोटल कॉस्ट एंड टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट आर पैरेलल टू ईच, इसकी वजह से ही, बिकॉज दोनों को गैप के बीच में 100 रुपीज़ और सपोज जो भी है टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट इज द सेम, तो वही डिफरेंस आएगा. अगर वो हटा दे तो टोटल कॉस्ट एंड टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट सेम हो जाएगा. व्हेन टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट, if it get removes, you find that it total cost equals to total variable cost. So ultimately the difference is nothing, the constant value, that is the total fixed value. And because of that fixed value है, इसके वजह से there is the line which have been drawn on the diagram form, you find that total cost curve and total variable cost curve are the parallel to each other. Now to illustrate more clearly हम इसको पूरा diagram form से करेंगे. So let's go with the schedule first. So here is the schedule for total cost. Now here are the four we can say columns which are been there: production, fixed cost, variable cost, and the total cost. Now we know the equation which we learned today in this lecture, that is total fixed cost plus total variable cost equals to total cost. But before that we should know fixed cost is 100, which is the same हमने जो previous lecture में fixed cost पढ़ा था उसके अंदर से लिया है. And yesterday's lecture, that is variable cost, which we have studied. So you find that here same units, same number of rupees are being taken up. So units are same, that is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Fixed cost is same, that is 100. Variable cost is 0, 80, 150, 210, 290, 390. And then comes, you find that the total cost. So what is total cost? The sum of fixed cost and variable cost becomes your total cost. So 100 plus 0, 100, 100 plus 80, 180, 100 plus 150, 250, 100 plus 210, 310, 100 plus 290, 390, and 100 plus 390 becomes your 490. Ultimately, we have made total cost. समझ आया? But before that you have to remember both the datas, then only you are able to remember in the examination and you can plot the diagram. Now when we comes to this particular total cost, variable cost is there, fixed cost is there. We have already plot variable curve, which we have seen similar kind of like this simple curve which has been there from the origin. So with same way here also the curve will be drawn. So let's go with the diagram form. First, on the x-axis outputs are taken, on the y-axis that is the cost in rupees which are been taken up. Here at the point of origin, that is O, is been there. Now you find that we have taken the scale, that is 1 centimeter equals to 10 units on the x-axis, and on the y-axis the scale measures, that is 1 centimeter equals to 100 rupees. Clear? Now when we are plotting a total cost diagram, that time first we have to draw the first one, that is total fixed cost. Now which is 100. No matter production increase or decrease, it does not affect the fixed cost, remain the same. So here at point rupees 100 we have drawn the total fixed cost, that is TFC. Clear? So the 10, 20, 30 unit, 50 unit, it is go on. So the total fixed cost remains same. Now we have to plot variable cost. Earlier in the previous topic, how we have drawn the variable cost, same way we are going to draw. So here at 0 it is 0, at 10 it is 80, so at 10 it is 80, at 20 it is 150, at 20 it is 150, at 30 it is 210, at 30 it is 210, about 200, at 40 is 290, 40 below 300, and at 50 it is 390. So it is here. Now we have added the fixed cost in total variable cost, it becomes total cost. Now the total cost starts from where? At the rupees, though there is units production is 0, but the cost is how much? 100. क्योंकि हमने भले प्रोड्यूस नहीं किया, लेकिन we have to pay the fixed cost, that's why it is 100. So it will start when production is 0, the total cost starts with the fixed cost, that is जो है 100. So it starts from here. Then at rupees 10 your total cost is how much? 180. So both the sum कर दिया. So you find that 10, you find that it was earlier वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ये था, इसके सीधे ऊपर 100 ऐड करके 180 हो गया. सो दिस इज बिन देयर. एट 20 इट इज़ 250. सो हियर वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कितना था? 150, 100 ऐड कर दिया 250. एट यूनिट 30 इट इज़ 310. सो यूनिट 30 इट वॉज 210 वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, लेकिन टोटल कॉस्ट 100 ऐड करके कितना हो गया? टोटल कॉस्ट विल बी 310. एट 40 390 वेरिएबल कॉस्ट था हमारा 290, 100 ऐड कर दिया, इट इज़ 390 नाउ एंड द टोटल कॉस्ट इज 390. 50 you find that 490. So here it was 390 in, we can say that is total variable cost, 100 add, total cost is now 490. So ultimately the here you find that the same exact same diagram which has been, or same curve which has been drawn, same as total variable cost. So total cost is same as total variable cost. ये दोनों parallel जा रहे हैं हमारे diagram के अंदर. That's why in the previous slide, last line was been telling they goes parallel to each other. It fulfills two things. First, that is TC curve is always about TVC curve, and second, that is TC curve and TVC curve are parallel to each other. Clear? Because the only difference is nothing but the fixed cost which is constant. Clear? ये 3 types important points है जो हमको याद रखने हैं जब भी हम total cost explain करेंगे diagram form में लिखेंगे एंड करेंगे. So this is what you find that total cost and diagram has been telling you all about. Clear? So you have to remember that when OQ1 is the production, variable cost was at point B, but total cost has increased to, we can say, A. तो ये पॉइंट पे ये आ गया. सेम वे हमारा जब प्रोडक्शन, when production was 30 units, that is OQ2. So when it is OQ2, our fixed cost was at F, our variable cost was at G, that is 210, and our total cost was at E, that is 310. So ऐसे हमको explain करना पड़ेगा. I will show you the important points how it has been written, but I hope you understood all these points. You can write by your own points also. You can explain even like how I explained this single point. You can make 5 to 6 points out of this. Again, then after you can explain the 3 more important points which are there in the slides here. So let's go with the analysis. So what does the analysis say? We can see in the diagram, yes, that is on axis you find that production, y axis you find that cost of production, then after that is rupees on y axis, and there is no change in fixed cost, but the variable cost increase. क्यों? क्योंकि जैसे production increase हो रहा है, variable cost is also increasing. Now as a result, there is an increase in production, total cost also increases. Yes, because there is an increase in production, total cost is also having a direct relation with the, we can say, production. That's why the total cost is also increasing. वेरिएबल एंड टोटल कॉस्ट दोनों इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं. यहाँ पे फिक्स कॉस्ट फिक्स है. टोटल कॉस्ट का बिगेन विद द पॉइंट पी. यहाँ पे जस्ट जहाँ पे पॉइंट पी 100 फिक्स कॉस्ट हमने जो मेजर किया वहाँ से बिगेन होता है ऑन दी वाई एक्सिस, वेयर इज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ ओरिजिन, दैट इज ओ. क्लियर? नाउ दिस शोज दैट आउटपुट इज जीरो. हमारा जो आउटपुट है व्हेन इट इज जीरो, यू फाइंड दैट टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट इज 100 एट ओ पी. नाउ ओ पी यहाँ पे देखो, विल जस्ट कम बैक हियर. So यहाँ पे OP is a fixed cost that is 100, and you find that our total cost starts from point P when it is 100 on the y-axis. Clear? So this is what is happening, and total variable cost is 0 that time. Again यहाँ पे देख लेते हैं भाई, total variable cost वहाँ पे क्या था? Yes, it was at a point of origin, that is 0. चलो, so this is what is happening up then. As there is a production increases, total fixed cost remain constant. जो हमको पता ही है कि fixed cost को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, production increase हो decrease हो कुछ, it has to be paid and it is been going to pay. So you find that total fixed cost is 0, but total variable cost is increasing. Now due to this, total variable cost moves upward from left hand side to right hand side. Yes, हमने देखा है ग्राफ ऐसे जा रहा है. Yes, so it is going from left to right and it is going upward, and right hand side to right hand side, and TC curve is upside and parallel to your TVC curve. Yes, तो TC curve ऊपर जा रहा है और उसके साथ parallel में कौन है? The total variable curve which is parallel going up. Now again, what are the important points here? The production is 0, TVC is, when production is 0, total variable cost is 0. When production is 0, total fixed cost is at OP, though that is 100, and variable cost is 0. Total cost is at OP. Yes, here. So 0 है तो ये OP यहाँ पे P पे आ जाएगा, not OP. It will be, total cost will be at point P, you find, but total fixed cost will be at point OP. Okay, so here total cost is at point P, not OP. Then production is OQ1. भाई OQ1 क्या है जो मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था यहाँ पे? It is OQ1 here. So that time you find that पहला क्या आएगा यहाँ पे, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट विच इज एट पॉइंट सी, बट उसके पहले हमको फिक्स कॉस्ट लेना. तो OQB will, the fixed cost will lies on the point B, the variable cost lies on the point C, and the total cost lies on the point A. Clear? So वही explain किया है यहाँ पे. When production is OQ1, then total fixed cost is at OQB, variable cost is OQC, and total cost is OQA. That's why मैंने वो पीछे वाले नाम लिए B, C and A. Clear? Now again, the point means, second point says when production increases, that is OQ2, then total fixed cost is OQF, variable cost is Q2G, and total cost is Q2E. Sorry, let's see here. So when production goes from 0 to Q2, first fixed cost, that is OQ2F, then after variable cost OQ2G, and then after total cost OQ2, that is, we can say E. So F, G and E are the points which is there when the production increases. So this is how it has been explained like this, but आप simple way में directly unit to unit नाम लेके यहाँ पे ये points explain कर सकते हो in the examination. Not to make very complicated, you can write down like this, but remember it should fulfill the concept of total cost curve. Clear? So these are the important points which we find here in the total cost. I hope you have been clear cut with all the points here. So देख लीजिए एक बार अच्छे से total cost schedule and total cost diagram को, so you will have a clear cut idea. So total fixed cost lies with the fixed line, total variable cost starts from the origin and it is there, which is always below total cost, and total cost curve starts from 100 where the fixed point is been there, that point P, and it is always above total variable cost curve. So it shows the total cost and total variable costs are parallel to each other, and the fixed cost remains constant no matter how much, no matter there is an increase in production or not. Clear? But total cost and total variable cost and total cost increase with the increase in the production. So these are the 4 points which you have to remember when you're going with total cost curve. I hope you have been clear. If you find any doubt, any problem, you can just call or message me about this topic, and must write and draw so that you can have a clear cut idea about total cost curve. So draw this particular diagram in your notebook also. Thank you.